Today I'm going to show you guys how I do my makeup on a normal everyday basis. As a bonus, I'm going to try out the Beauty Blender makeup sponge for the first time. These are Beauty Blenders. I've prepared one already by getting it damp. When wet, they expand to about twice their original size. To start my makeup, I'll be using Sephora's Instant Moisturizer. This is my favorite moisturizer, and a little bit goes a long way. Next, I'll be using the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the color Punjab. To apply it, I'm using a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and buffing it into my skin. This foundation takes a while to get fully blended, so I've sped up the process a bit for you guys. I've done the same thing a few other times throughout the video as well. If you've never tried this foundation before, you should definitely think about it. I've been using it for quite a while now, and I've already repurchased. It's got amazing coverage and never makes me break out. What more could you ask for? Next, I'm going to fill in my brows with MAC eyeshadow in charcoal brown using a MAC 266 brush. Be patient, but don't get too picky. Remember, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Now that I've achieved the desired shape and arch, I'll do my other the same way. As a base for my eyeshadow, I've selected MAC's Painterly Paint Pot and a Real Techniques shading brush. You could also use any regular eyeshadow primer if you've got one on hand, such as Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Simply sweep the product over your lid like I've done here. Now I've moved on to the shadow, using MAC's Naked Lunch and a MAC 217 brush to pop it on my lids. I love this color because it's neutral, but gives a gorgeous shimmer. Next, I've chosen MAC's Satin Taupe to run through my crease. Build up the color until you're happy with it. Then, brush the shadow from the outer corners of your eyes towards your lash line. Also, take a flat shading brush to run it under your eyes. When you're finished, get a fluffy blending brush to soften the edges of your shadow. Now I'm going to curl my lashes with my NYC Lash Curler. For mascara, I've chosen the Rimmel Scandalized Show Off Mascara. The ball tip on the wand makes it super easy to apply. I love the way this mascara separates my lashes. It really does all of the hard work for me. After it's dried, I apply a second coat to add more length and volume to my lashes. I love to use this mascara when I don't feel like dealing with false ones. Finish it off by brushing some onto your bottom lashes as well. After I've finished my eyes, I move on to concealer. I prefer doing it afterwards because it'll erase any dropped shadow or fallout. At the moment, I've been using Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer in number 10 Light. Just use the doe foot applicator to pop some of the product under your eyes and on any blemishes. This is where your beauty blender will come in. You'll want to use the larger side to blend out your concealer over blemishes, and then switch to the pointed side to easily get in under your eyes. Make sure to use a stippling motion to blend. It's pretty effortless and doesn't take much. Continue with the stippling motion until you've gotten the desired effect. As you can see, I was impressed. It did a fantastic job of blending my concealer in. There are some people who choose to use the Beauty Blender for foundation as well, but after seeing some other reviews, I've learned that they can be difficult to get completely clean. The less product you build up in the sponge, the longer it's going to last. Remember, these don't last forever and should be replaced every 1 to 3 months for sanitation purposes, depending on how much you use them. Overall, this is a great product that I'm going to be happy to use time and time again. Next, you'll want to use a powder to cover any unwanted shine. I love the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Transparent. To apply it, I like to use the Real Techniques powder brush and sweep it through the center of my face. To bronze and contour, I've chosen Stila's Dare to Bare palette. Using a Real Techniques blush brush, I suck in my cheeks and run the bronzer through the hollows of my cheeks. For an all-over bronze look, brush it around the edges of your face where the sun would naturally shine along your jaw and temple. Now, I'll use the all-over shimmer on an e.l.f. blush brush. Brushing it along the tops of my cheekbones to highlight. You could stop there if you wanted, but I've chosen to use a blush to brighten up the look. I've selected Rose Garden from NYX. On a Real Techniques contour brush, apply it to the apples of your cheeks. This is a lovely bright pink that I use almost every day.
Even when it's dark and always night, even when the sun won't give its light,
When I finish my blush, I always like to go back in with my foundation brush to blend it in for a more natural looking flush. Then, I'll gently run over it with my hands to soften it. And for my lips, I always start with a lip balm to moisturize my lips for a smooth, clean finish. Next, I've chosen a pinky nude lipstick by Hard Candy in the color Shine On. These lipsticks are great. They also come with tooth whitener, which is an interesting mixture, but also fun to have. You could finish there, but I've chosen to top it off with a gloss. This is a Stay Glossy in the color Non-Stop Glamour by Rimmel to complete the look. I hope you enjoyed this video and will go try a beauty blender for yourself. Check out my blog for links to the products I used and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe for more beauty videos and tag me on Instagram if you recreate this look. Have fun!